open my door and invite them in. The leader of the band start introducing. One name Ling Long, he write this song. One name Ling Sing, he kept on singing.
I don't know how I feel about this song, about Chinese parang. And we are going to be speaking about Teleios Code Jam. It's an internationally recognized software development program which seeks to inspire and motivate students to recognize their talent. Now, the theme this year was Smart City, Smart Country, and we have some smart people to showcase. Daniel Phillips is next to me, team lead of Team 5G from the UWI, and next to him is Erwin Williams, team lead of the Teleios Code Jam build team. Good morning, gentlemen. How you all doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Teleios. No, we have that interview and that opening and that spiel. But right. What is it? What does it mean?
Right. So first of all, Teleios is a software company, a local company, been around for about 17 years or so. And Teleios Code Jam, it's you started by saying it's a program. By program here we mean it's a set of activities we've initiated along with our partners to encourage our students learning software development and learning engineering to take the skills they're learning while they're in school and apply it to real-world situations and scenarios.
Oh, and what does that mean for you? And I say that because many times you have people say, okay, well, they're learning and they're bright, but at the same time they can't do nothing when they leave school. How it is you using that?
Well, I think that this Code Jam allows you to basically apply what you have learned. So a lot of times in the classroom we learn things and we don't have that practical knowledge. Like we're not able to actually use our minds and come up with stuff. We're all about, passing exams. So this gives you the opportunity to actually use your mind, develop something new, something cool, something creative, and actually showcase it.
So what did 5G develop?
Well, we developed a smart meter, smart receptacle system. So basically, we took the smart meter idea and made a way for you to collect data on a very slow level. So you could actually collect data in a normal plug, because a plug has 2 outlets in it. So what our meter allowed you to do was to collect data on each individual plug. So let's say you had a fridge plugged into one plug and an iron plugged into the other plug. You could actually know what power consumed by that plug for the fridge and for the iron. So it's on a very low level.
What does this mean for the country when we have people actually saying, okay, I'm going to take my learning and try to put it into stuff that benefits as opposed to just try to look for a job?
Well, in a very topical sense, it means diversification, obviously. We move away from the ideas that all we can do is drill for oil and dance in the streets. And we move towards building real solutions. Like Daniel just mentioned sockets. Any home, anywhere in the world has sockets. And so this team from universities, they're still in final year, has produced a solution that could plug into a home socket anywhere and provide information. He left out a part that is important. You can actually manage the application via a mobile app. So you could know what's consuming power in real time and switch things on and off. So one of the examples they used in their presentation was, let's say you forgot the iron on at home. You can check your application and turn it off wherever you are in the world, which is fairly amazing. I mean, there are some security things with that, but they'll look that out when they get to market. But for the most part, the ability to think about that, to think, oh, what does smart city mean for me and for our consumers, and then take it back to the home and bring it to your phones is exactly what we're going for at Teleios Code Jam. And of course, it's not just Teleios. We've been doing this for 8 years. And along the way, we've discovered very, very committed partners. Of course, our platinum partners this year would have been Massey Technologies and Flow. They came on board early in the game this year in particular, and they provided prizes, even additional prizes to the first, second, and third place. And of course, Relate Studios, our gold sponsor. They helped us learn how and effectively tell the story of Teleios Code Jam this year and for the past few years, actually.
How you're still in final year?
Yeah.
Has this competition impacted on what it is you plan to do?
Well, definitely. Well, before I had an interest in software development, but definitely after partaking in this competition, I kind of have an idea of the level that we can actually reach with this. So it actually increased my desire to continue in the software development field, and it actually made it really exciting. Like I love to code, and this just increased my love to code.
I can see you being a little more paying a little more attention in class as well.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's an experience I had as well. When I was in university, when I started doing it, what really turned the fire on for me was during the July-August period. You know, when in university, that really means time to learn. For some reason, I reached out to some leaders on campus, and they allowed me to build a solution that solved a real problem. The semester following that, it was probably the first semester I got that level of performance in my courses, because for some reason it now became even more real. It wasn't just connect to some random database. It was provided with to manage real data for someone, and that changed the game for me and for many of us in Teleios. And so we felt, if that was so impactful for us as software engineers and developers and programmers and testers, then why not share that message with the rest of the nation? Over the years, we've had participation from all the local universities, UE, SBCS, COSTAT, UTT, and USC. So it's our goal to share that story and so cause the kind of participation you get from people like Daniel and his team. Because then, that activated individual really goes off and builds really cool solutions.
Moving from the competition to something that is viable for the market, have you had experiences or examples of that?
Yeah, in fact, a few teams have formed companies as a result of having participated in Teleios Code Jam. And in fact, so Teleios Code Jam is one of those kinds of activities where you advocate for students to participate, they get involved, and then they look for the others. So they participate in open data activities, they participate in Startup Weekend and other entrepreneurship things. I don't know if you know, but in China these days, entrepreneurship and standing up in front of investors to get money is now a big thing. What we say at Teleios Code Jam is you need to have people who could write actual solutions, who could build this stuff after someone comes with an idea. And so what we try to do is ensure that those who are learning how to build solutions actually understand where they fit in the broader ecosystem.
How do people get on to Teleios Code Jam? Do they hear about it? Are they told about it? Are invitations sent? How does that happen?
So we target students of computer science and electrical engineering and IT and that whole area. So Teleios sends its engineers on road shows really to various schools to kind of activate and let them know. We reach out to lecturers, and the lecturers have been like a big deal for us because they have lecturers tell the same story. They're saying to students, you need to understand this for real life. But students then focus on exams. So when someone like us or like someone from Massey or Flow arrives at a school and they say, listen, we're really using this thing, this is important, the students somehow hear it differently. So we go to schools on our website, TeleosCodeJam.com, or Facebook or Twitter. We share content about what we've said to students. So you can see a lot more there. And we also celebrate those who are working in our area in amazing ways. So we have some stories coming out soon that I hope our viewers will check out.
Daniel, what would you tell somebody about getting into coding in general or into a competition like this?
Well, I will tell them first of all that coding is an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing to learn. And it helps you with your problem solving skills. Like, as I learned coding in school, I actually realized that even other stuff like maths and other things that is involved when you develop a project, it actually helps you, holistically to develop. So I would definitely recommend you enter coding. And for Teleios Code Jam, I mean, it happens during school time, so obviously it will be a challenge. But I think the challenge is definitely worth it in the end, and that they should, stick with it. And if they want to join, come up with a solution, build it out, and compete.
Have you started looking at people like ones and zeros and problems to be solved?
Well, not exactly, but this actually opened up an avenue for me to think of some other problems that I have seen that I actually want to take on, maybe in July, August vacation sometime, to actually try to use this skill that I have developed now.
And I think Dennis is doing his job. Yeah. And you have people who are not saying, okay, well, test coming up, so I need to do this, as opposed to there's a problem and I don't want to deal with it outside of school. Yeah. But we want to thank you so much, Mr. Irwin Williams and Daniel Phillips, for being here and letting us know about this. And I'm sure there's somebody who's going to say, okay, well, I need to find out a little more. Right. Yeah. Stay with us to find out a little more of what is happening after the break. This is Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago.